Yeah. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I had stew and fry, and so like my tongue went on autopilot to remove some potato from my teeth, and I'm like, "Excuse you, I was
Trying to
choosing you to
speak.
communicate." So I had a thought. I was like, "What if one time I just let that play all the way, and then at the end of it, I realize I haven't hit live yet."
Do it again. Yeah.
It's like
I'm
that's
so
a big.
tired.
Oh, excuse me. I hope everyone's day is going well. So
I woke up at like 3, which is an
AM
improvement.
or PM?
PM. Yesterday I woke
They're
up at
both
5.
bad, I guess, but
5
like I'd rather wake up at.
PM.
Love that.
So I'm handling
So-
the daylight
The time
saving really
change well.
well.
I was part of the worldwide Writeathon this weekend, and unfortunately, I got like almost nothing done because we got storms, and whenever storms first come in, my migraine flares up pretty bad. So I was just like, I was pretty much, if I wasn't laying down wishing I was asleep, I was on stream and then I was laying down again. And one of the streams I was in was a chat stream with Emily that went 5 hours and 55 minutes.
Yo.
And then she and I talked for another like 2-4 hours afterwards.
Damn.
So it's like there was nothing. You can't like put two chatterboxes together.
No.
But also, to be fair, we were like, how long are the chat streams allowed to go? And it's like, we have to stop before the next one. And there's a 6-hour block between
Oh no.
one.
Well, we have a maximum.
This is our max. This is what we're going to.
Challenge accepted.
We had like it started out with 2 other co-hosts, and then Stieg had to leave so he could sleep because he like came off a 10-hour shift, hopped in the stream, and then he needed like actual sleep before his next shift. And then Sage, they left us to also go work. And then so it was just me and Emily, and it's like then there were 2. Oh, I was like, how do I put comments on the screen again? Because I see a thing. So, Emily, this is actually who I was just talking about. She shall return soon. She's in Australia. So, like, it was funny because during the stream, you, like, saw it getting darker on her side and you saw the sun coming up on mine.
That's fantastic.
So, hello to all the
Hello,
people.
all.
And, yes, look, it may have entirely been my fault because I was like, yeah, I should sign up for a stream other than my own. And then I saw Emily and Stieg, and I was like, yes, 2 of my favorite international peoples. I'm going here. And it doesn't. What reminded me to like do that was Jessica and Emily were doing a stream together, and Emily's son came in, and I was like, "Is that a Link amiibo?" To which everybody else was like, "How the fuck did you tell that from?" I'm like, "Look, there are certain things you can see from a mile away. Link amiibos are one of them." And then I was like, "Wait, I streamed with Emily in August. I enjoyed that." Ha ha. And then. So
what I enjoy
joined her.
is just the blanket coming up and looking like a very heavy cloak.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's great.
yes.
Because we talked about anime and Inuyasha, and like Shishomaru is a character who's got a very similar boa looking thing, so there were many jokes now about that. Hello.
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 Sophie.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
So I went to click off of Sophie and Fire and be like ninjaed in there, and like, oh, hello. So, I scared the living daylights out of my son because I told them, I was like, go check the mail. And we have like a doorbell camera and a driveway camera. So I'm like watching them on the security system. And Michael is or like Gabriel went to the mailbox and Michael was like waiting at the door as a good big brother, you know, watching his little brother do the thing. And so I hit the mic on the app and I'm like, Michael, the package is on the porch. And he's just like, he's like looking.
He has every right to have a heart attack from that.
It's just great because like I've used that speaker before, but I guess he just like forgot, and he was just like because he distinctly looked up to see where I was, and he's like, "Oh, you can use that too," and I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Gabe, there's a package on the porch, right beside him."
Eyes and ears everywhere.
I do.
Wherever you're in the house, I know what you're doing.
Everyone's a hoe. Ho 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 ho.
Hi ho. Hi ho. It's off to
work we go. Do, 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 do. Also, that being said, I am like coming on the up. Technically, it's the downswing of the migraine, the upswing of recovery on my 3rd day. So, you know, I'm going to remember all the things. Nothing will be forgotten.
Nothing. Never.
But we are about 6 minutes in, so go ahead and introduce thyselves.
All right. I'm the one guest CB can't kill, Matt Hollon.
I mean, what? What?
I am a writer working on my debut fantasy novel, as well as a short story about a pirate. I'm also a barista, and I have a Twitter where I complain about being a barista, and an Instagram that you can follow. All the links are down below.
Cool. Sorry, I'm half asleep today. Hi there. I'm CB Ferrenz. I am a young adult fantasy author. I have a YouTube channel. What I talk about? Right? No. Okay. I talk about being a writer, a teenager, college student, how those things come together. I make little skits. I'm doing a live stream this Thursday with Sam. No, with Sam.
I'm not Sam.
And you're not. And so
Matt, you're Sam. Sorry. You're Sam adjacent because you're my birthday buddy. That's why she can't kill you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, and I'm trying to adjust this so it doesn't fall off me. And I am writing mom Samantha Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things. I host Mondays like this. I host live streams on Mondays like this. No, I just host all of Monday, where sometimes we do writing sprints, sometimes we just sit and chat. The Let's Talks are when we sit and chat about a topic. The write-ins are where we do writing sprints. Like I said, I'm in top form today. If you would like to follow all things Sam, including being the first and sometimes only people who can beta my short stories or novels, you can sign up at my newsletter, linked in the description down below. If you would like to support the channel and all the things, I have a Ko-fi Coffee Ko-fi,
Give Sam money,
which is also linked down below. Yes, I like how that's
Sam
the
money.
That's
Give
the guest
Sam
subtitle.
Yeah,
for it.
Good fight. Give Sam money.
And I post videos theoretically on Wednesdays. And I think that's everything.
Sophie's harassing us.
Who?
Sophie's harassing Matt and I.
She's complimenting you. Those are some of the.
Aww,
that is harassing.
That was so sweet and not backhanded at all.
I did a good one during the Writeathon. I said all the things properly.
The terror that flaps in the night. Oh my gosh, that was like one of my favorite things to reference that barely anybody gets is when I start going.
I'm glad you got it because I'm just like, okay, cool.
I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm just like, go off, I guess. Proud of you. He's
a duck parody, but a really good quality cartoon from the 90s. He's like really rich by day and he fights crime as Darkwing Duck by night. But he's like a parody of he's a parody of the Golden Age Batman, specifically the one with like the shark repellent and stuff. So it's very kooky and a lot of fun. He also adopts, I don't remember if Gosling is his niece or if she's just a random child he adopts. I think she's a random child he adopts in like the first episode. But she desperately wants to be his Robin, and he's just like, no. And there's a lot of shenanigans.
We love shenanigans.
We do.
It's like, I think my backspace is broken, so if there's any... Oh, that sucks. It's like my spacebar is being testy right now. Sometimes it's like there's more space bars than I want, and then sometimes there's less. He's also... I'm pretty sure it's been like over a decade, though, but I'm pretty sure he's canonically related to Scrooge McDuck. So...
I got a new laptop this week, and I just went to I opened it in my graphic design class like an hour ago, and then I was like, you need to restart and update, and I was like, okay. So I did that, and now it won't turn on again. And when I plug in the charger, the little light doesn't come on. And I'm sad. It's like, I've had you for less than a week. How did I have you?
Now the theme song's being sung. Out of smoke and he appears, master of disguise, leaps out of the shadows. Something for your eyes. Somewhere some villain sleeps, but his number's up. Darkwing Duck. When there's trouble, you call DW. Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous.
Oh my god.
Look it up. During the sprint, your homework is to look up the theme song for Darkwing Duck. It is so good. That was one of my favorite parts of the 90s and the early 2000s. It's just cartoon theme songs. Like, I don't care what anybody says.
I have the Spider-Man theme song saved on my phone. It's like on one of my playlists. So I'll like having my phone on speaker. I hang out with my friends. My music's playing, and it's like a mix of pop and classic rock. Then all of a sudden, there's just the old Spider-Man, like, and then it's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
And everyone just turns, looks at me and goes, seriously? And I'm like, yeah. Or the Captain America one from the first Avenger. I have that
Chris will do this thing where he just starts watching really old, like YouTube, like really old kid theme songs and stuff on YouTube, and like it'll just start playing, and I will immediately just start singing every word with whatever song. And he's like, "How do you know all of these?" And I'm like, "Sir, they were amazing." There's like this one, from Sonic the Hedgehog. So like every time somebody brings up Sonic, I'm like, Sonic the Hedgehog, you can't catch what you can't see. Sonic the Hedgehog, he's gonna make Mobius free. And Chris is like, what the fuck is that even from? And I'm like, it's from
Sonic the Hedgehog
cartoons.
Duh.
And he looked it up, and it is apparently a song from a single episode in which there was like a band who played it on the radio in that episode, and that's what it's from. It's like not even a theme song, and I'm like, doesn't matter. It's music.
Your just brain latched onto it.
It did. Yes, see, Darkwing Duck. I cannot tell you how many of my friends that I'll just like start singing out of smoke and he appears, master of disguise, and they're like, what the fuck are you? And I'm like, Darkwing Duck. Come on.
I already know that's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the night after this.
It's already it's there. I'm gonna be playing All Eyes on You, and in my head I'm gonna hear, one bullet in the chamber, Darkwing Duck, and it's gonna be this remix in my head.
Oh my god.
Ain't nobody gonna save you when there's trouble. It's already happening. They were talking about reboot, but I don't know if they went through. Oh yeah, the reboot of Darkwing Duck. For a second, I was like the reboot of Reboot, and then I'm like, nope, that's a different show. Yes.
They did a reboot of a show called Reboot.
The show was called Reboot, and it was about people who like basically lived in a computer system, and so they were all like programs and AIs and stuff. But like
they totally just set that up so they could reboot the show.
They knew.
20 years later,
they're playing chess. We're playing checkers.
Yeah,
it was called Reboot because like game programs would come in, and then like characters would go in the games, and they'd click the thing, and they'd they'd reboot, so their character model would reboot with like a new costume and powers, I think. So I heard something really like cliffhanger, but like dramatic shit cliffhanger happens in the final episodes before it got canceled. So I've just like never been motivated to finish watching it.
I get that.
That's rough.
Listen, I've got a song from an episode of VeggieTales that I watched one random time that I went to church with a friend. Look, see, it's just a thing.
VeggieTales has some
Something's
great
just-
music in it. There's like the communist song. The communist song is great.
Hello?
Yeah, it's like a song about how like everyone should be equal, but it's like one of the child veggies is working in a factory and they have like their timestamp, and it's basically just saying communism is good.
Well then, VeggieTales.
All right.
VeggieTales is weird, and everyone my age has watched it.
I know it's weird. I never had interest watching VeggieTales.
I've never watched VeggieTales.
Exactly. You're too old, both of you.
No, basically anything with living food, I'm immediately no. Like I don't. It doesn't.
Okay. Well, the TV
Small
show
child,
Chowder was lit, and it had living food.
Oh, I didn't.
I had a
didn't watch
love-hate
Chowder.
relationship with Chowder, Matt. Okay, let me tell you, because
Oh,
I was
that show
like,
is
yeah,
so
Chowder,
funny.
but then, I just, if food has eyes, I'm like, but why? But why?
The VeggieTales opening theme song is so great.
That's just how I've been. That's how I've been my whole life. I'm not changing now.
That's fair.
Although, like, I can sell this, like, because at anime conventions, there's a thing now with, like, sushi cats and just other, like, cats mixed with food things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, look, they're so soft. They're so everything. And it's like, I sell them really well. But then, like, one of my coworkers was like, why don't you take one home? And I was like, never.
Uh-uh.
I'm like, no, it is not coming home with me. But yeah, just anthropomorphic food, not my jam. Fox
Okay.
is linking the theme songs in the
Darkwing.
stream. Oh my god, I forgot how
Thank you,
ugly
Fox.
Reboot looked.
Oh my god. Ew. The reboot. What the hell? That's nightmarish.
I'm
Look,
afraid
that's
what's
peak-
come up on my
that is-
phone.
That is peak 90s CG. Okay. Because it was the 90s. That's how CG looked in the 90s. All
That
right.
is haunting.
I don't like that.
Ugh.
I was singing a tiny bit of chorus of a song the other day, and my mom was like, that song is too old for you. How you know? My family is never, ever surprised by any music that I know. It's only my husband who's just like, but how? But why? I'm like, but because that's why.
I had some music playing on the speakers when I got home from break, like in my room, and at dinner, like that night, my older brother was like, CB, whatever, Charlie, you're listening to something that's not classic rock or show tunes. Are you okay? And I'm like, you know
Nope,
what?
That's not what I wanted. I just put chat on stream. Where's the? Oh, okay. I see what I did. All right. It's okay. At first, I thought you called yourself Chowder.
No, I called myself my real name, and then
I caught that after you corrected yourself. So I just wanted to show everybody this amazing thing that I
Ooh.
have.
Oh, it's raining on it? That's lit.
Oh yeah, you can make it rain or snow or leaves. I like it raining because there's a lot of dramatic pictures of Link. So I'm like, he's just standing in the
it's
rain.
very dramatic.
Every 30 seconds it will change. And like whenever I open a new tab, it's a different one. So I'm just like blessed. But I'm leaving that up there for while I pull up a timer in a different tab.
No, speaking of old cartoon songs that get stuck in our heads. For me, it is always the song Terror Time from Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. That song's a bop and is constantly up here.
Terror time again.
Absolutely incredible song.
Through the night. Literally, like 90% of children's songs I will be able to sing for you. You just might die of fright. It's terrifying sight.
Dun, 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 dun.
And
So good.
Okay, we need to go. I get myself not demonetized, but
Oh yeah.
All right. But does it end in Link's eye? Sadly, no. Sadly, no.
Bummer.
But there are many, many good things. All right. So 3, 2, 1, go. And we are.
Hey.
I spent my sprint being yelled at by various people in DMs and also educating. So, how'd y'all spend your sprint?
Matt, you're muted.
His
There
sprint.
we go.
Look,
I learned how to make edits on a Word document and share those edits.
That's
Because
good.
I usually use Google Docs.
I too usually use Google Docs. I have a project for my Shakespeare class, which is to adapt a Shakespeare play into like a different form to like further explore the text. And I'm doing Twelfth Night, and I'm taking 2 scenes from Twelfth Night and then writing them in novel format, as in third person limited with the like 2 main characters, like the brother and the sister, and writing from their perspectives from 2 separate scenes, because that's all I know how to do. And then I have to write an essay about why I chose to do that and why that shapes the text. So I was trying to decide which scene I want to do. I decided on the scenes that are the gayest and the angstiest. So
Love it.
I'm happy with my choice.
woohoo! I was gonna say a thing. Oh,
What'd you do?
Steve. So it's less a flex and
And more just a fact.
a
For
title
now.
that I bestowed upon him while he was doing his intro.
Temporary title. I mean, what?
Is that a threat?
No? I've never threatened anyone.
She really bounces back and forth sometimes. She's like,
Right,
I
just
don't kill anybody.
Look
And
at
she's
me.
like,
I'm
offended.
innocent.
Look at this face.
Oh, no.
I'm so innocent.
So during the Worldwide Writeathon, it was like me, Jess, Ren, Vanessa, CB, and Chris. But Chris like got stuck in traffic, so he was gonna be here late. And it's really funny because around the time I was explaining pre-stream that Chris would be late, CB had to go to the bathroom. So she puts her shoes on because she's in a dormitory. And she leaves, and I'm like, and there she goes to murder my husband, just as like she put the shoes on and everything. And so for the rest of the thing,
Bathroom floors are really gross, okay?
That's
not the part where side-eyeing. We're side-eyeing the part where you killed Chris.
He came back.
Showed up
It's fine.
Where you
He was
tried
there.
to kill Chris.
with a
She
heartbeat.
tried. With our, we think, only I can
Most
confirm.
likely.
I give away no facts about our immortality. Do our hearts beat? You'll never know. Managed to put break timer. Sorry, Heather. This is like the second.
That was so
time.
intense. I was like, oh no! You like gasped and then lunged to the side. I'm like, is a child hurt? What's going on?
Oh no, my reaction to my children being hurt is so very different than that. Because like sometimes I'll just be like, "Are you bleeding? No, you're fine. Go away." Are you bruised? No, you'll live.
I mean, that's true.
And
You're
then-
bleeding? How much blood? Can you handle
And then
it?
other
I think you
times-
can.
Like their hand is slightly red from having hit something, and they'll be like, "I need a bandage," and I'm like, "You do not need a bandage." And then it's just like 10 minutes back and forth of how they do not need a bandage to protect their damage. 'Cause that's what they call it when they get hurt, their damage. And I'm
Aw.
like, that phrase had a very different meaning when I was a child. When they said, "What's your damage?" I spent my
hand.
stream. I spent my stream spreading my leftover peanut butter thinly over my plate.
Like to do something with, or like,
Something
like
why?
are you going to lick it?
Is it an art
Everyone's-
project? I
Are
mean,
you gonna put a little
with
smiley
your
face in it when
talents,
you're
you can
done?
probably do something really impressive.
That's true.
Oh my god.
I'm not doing anything suspicious.
Never done anything suspicious in my entire life.
Never.
On that note, there's like a
Thanks.
really big piece of metal in the cast, and I always think you could like hide a blade in there. It's the thought process I got when I got my first
Like,
place.
she's gonna hide a blade in her cast. She gets the title.
Sharpen this and it's a weapon.
Right, the timing was perfect. Also, I love how I can see, like, the minute I hit enter and it saves, Matt's, like, eyes just slightly widen, so I know that he's noticed.
Honestly, every time I see you typing, I just assume you're changing one of our titles. I'm just like, oh, what's CB gonna be?
Just
I was like, I don't know what we're laughing about.
CB's just like, yeah!
Woo! Yeah! What?
he's just so used to not understanding the references. Had to
Generally
make
in
dinner
life,
for
yeah.
the first half. So only two-handed 200.
That's still more than that.
One day I shall stream with CB Mark.
Start training.
Sure, Steve.
So Stieg was supposed to be part of the Sailor Moon Let's Talks, and then now that's CB's permanent position. So now someone has to murder CB, which Fox was like, what if CB can't make it to one of those? I'm like, well, I guess I either have a random guess or Cody and I just do it without her. Or she murders Cody, and then it's just me.
Yeah, Cody, watch out.
It's the
If you're going to do regular things with CB, watch out.
So, like, Stieg is the farthest away, so Stieg's in the most danger, and the closer you get to Massachusetts, the least danger you're in.
Is that how it works? Gosh, Stieg, even I've streamed. Let me tell you, on the sign-up sheet, it was me and Jess for like almost a week. Nobody else was joining my stream, and I was like, okay, cool. And I made a joke to Jess. I was like, yeah, maybe it's just gonna be me and you. And she was like, yeah, that'd be fine. And then like less than 5 minutes later, CB signed up for our stream. And Jess was like, I don't want to die.
No one's going to die. No one died. Everyone was fine. Everyone was there.
It's just late. She's layered like an onion, a murderous hit person onion, but an onion nonetheless.
I don't like onions.
Hello.
Are you gonna kill them too?
Yes.
Cool.
Now you're just gloating. There had been a car turning into oncoming traffic. I swear I heard them yell, "This is CB sends her regards."
I don't have the money to hire private assassins.
No, you're not hiring them. You're brainwashing them. Using mind control or magic or something.
What?
I apparently startled Jessica too. Look, sometimes when my brain kicks in, I'm like, oh God, you need to do a thing. 370, my writing program is like, let me tell you. When your writing program lags, that's just hell on earth. And I just give up at that point and go do something else. I spent the stream discover metal Disney covers on accident while listening to
I thought you want a metal Darkwing Duck, and that would be lit.
That's what I was gonna say. Jess, is there a metal Darkwing Duck? I need.
Which also, like the original Darkwing Duck, that was the other thing I did during the stream. Learned that was amazing. CB.
I didn't do my homework. I'm sorry.
I sent the peanut butter to you guys. So my brain did not.
I think it's a picture. I'm like, oh yeah, it is a picture. I'm like, the knock on my door. There's a package for you. What?
They just smear peanut butter in my face. This is from Sophie.
Sophie sends her regards.
Yeah.
An assassination.
Like,
so I don't.
Oh my God! It's a rectangle.
Maybe.
Hold on. I'm sharing. Sophie, can I share with stream? I assume unless told otherwise, I can share pictures sent during stream with stream.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. That is gorgeous. Frame it. It already looks kind of framed.
It does.
So like you don't even just nail in the wall.
Sophie, can I share it? Can I share it, Sophie? Sophie, answer me somewhere. DM,
we'll just describe it. It's peanut butter on a plate.
She said yes. She said yes.
Thank you. Hold on. I have to zoom out.
Gorgeous. Peanut butter has never looked so good.
Can't agree.
You say can't agree? When does peanut butter look better?
I don't know. With jelly and some bread?
I was gonna make a joke when it's in my belly, but it probably looks horrible by that point. The spring.
Well, you know what? The only thing I ate today was a cheeseburger from the dining hall and then some gummies and Ritz crackers with peanut butter.
I'm sticking through.
Like this anymore.
Yes. I mean, that's fair. Finally back with breakfast and coffee. Yay! Oh my god, it's a rectangle. To be fair, I too assumed circular.
I
Me
thought
too,
circle.
yeah, same.
Peanut butter's naturally a circle, so the fact that it was a rectangle was really throwing me.
Ah, okay. If a can of tomato soup can be art, so can PB plate. Yes. CB, support me!
I do support you!
Yeah, CB, just like, I mean, I've seen better
don't
peanut
support
butter.
your peanut
Bullshit,
butter
you have not
plate.
seen better peanut butter.
There's better things to do with peanut butter than spread it over a plate.
Not true. CB, do you
The
like
next-
crunchy peanut butter?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Of
Wow.
course you do. You would.
It's food! There's nothing
What do you
wrong
mean
with
it's
it.
food?
It's like extra nutrients. It has the peanuts in it.
Then what's the point of peanut butter if you're just gonna eat peanuts?
I'm not just eating peanuts. There's peanut butter too. It adds a little more texture to the sandwich.
I can't control this. I can't even breathe.
There's better things to do with peanut butter, like eating it.
The assumption, the fact that it was correct, and then the disdain.
You can tell when someone likes crunchy peanut butter.
Oh.
It is a normal thing to like. Don't be a picky eater, Matt.
So,
No.
Those
Don't get me wrong.
kids.
Crunchy
I'm
peanut
trying to
butter
read what
is
Steve
fine,
said.
but why would you ever choose it?
The current mustard political compact.
The little surprises. You're like, what's that caught in my throat? Oh, it's a peanut because I'm eating
It's not
crunchy
Lucky
peanut butter.
Charms.
Lucky Charms are really good.
Yeah, it's not
Only the
peanut butter.
marshmallows, though, not the actual cereal. The cereal's disgusting.
Better things to do with peanut butter. Eat it.
Exactly.
Do you like crunchy? See?
It's normal.
Oh,
It's normal
I hate to
normal.
tell you, all peanut butter has peanuts in it.
Okay, not in it. It
So much.
You want to explain that,
butter.
Matt? You want to finish that statement? Peanuts are bad for you? What?
Oh, they're high in fat.
I mean, I just need food. Like this is what I've been eating, like surviving off of. It's like the small child tricked them into eating raisins, like the monster with like the chocolate chips and peanut butter chips, and then like 2 peanuts
Trail
and like
mix?
6 raisins. Yeah, but it's like so many candies inside instead of actual like, things that are good for you.
Sam, can we do a let's talk on peanut butter?
I've said all I
Yes,
need to.
sure.
I don't think we're
I
gonna come
rest
to
my
an
case.
understanding, Matt.
I would just like everyone to look at your titles.
Oh my gosh.
Yours.
I just love food.
Yes. That's,
It is a normal thing to enjoy.
Let the record show I have no actual disdain for those that like crunchy peanut butter.
he's lying.
I'm lying.
There's a little darkwing duck. Sorry, Jessica sent me a present.
But it was the disrespect for Sophie's peanut butter that brought about
Look.
my disdain.
So hold on, Fox is weighing in and says, "Of course, the murderer wants the murder variety of peanut butter."
True.
How is that the murder variety?
Because you're killing the peanuts with your teeth.
What?
Already dead peanut butter, you just glump, it's gone. But crunchy peanut butter, you gotta kill it.
No,
I only eat trail mix with real organic sugar.
Matt, peanuts aren't alive.
Well,
Jenna. God, I hope you're a vegetarian.
Me?
I think she means Matt because he's like, you're murdering the peanuts when you chew them.
What about like bread? Isn't it like yeast? That's alive.
I gotta
Extra
get
crunchy.
extra crunchy peanut butter.
so that is a bag of nuts. That's mixed
Okay,
nuts.
extra
That's
crunchy is like
No
it's
disdain for the
intense.
no disdain for the people who like crunchy peanut butter. Just disdain for the crunchy.
I've never had a peanut butter and jelly, but like, oh, it needs texture.
But without the crunchy it just falls everywhere.
Don't put so much on.
It's like a slip and slide. I can't avoid it.
Y'all are murdering Fox, apparently. Do you know how difficult it is to murder this man? It's very difficult. He doesn't even smile on a regular
You're putting it on bread, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to stop it from slip and sliding.
There are edges to the bread. It's not a bag.
What kind of bread did you have?
Right?
Bread.
What kind of smooth peanut butter are you eating?
Yeah, are you microwaving it where it's like a liquid? It's kind of solid. It holds its shape.
Do you put a layer of vegetable oil? Oh, okay, hold on. So the trick with jelly is you put the peanut butter on both bread, and then you put the jelly on the peanut butter, and then the jelly stays contained. But that's not the peanut butter slipping everywhere. That's the jelly. The peanut butter cannot be held responsible for its wife.
And are little tiny pieces of peanut gonna hold the jelly together?
The crunchy peanut butter to hold the jelly in like the caverns of.
It's not a waffle.
It's kind of like a waffle.
It's not. I couldn't scoop out crunchy peanut butter and just slop it in a toaster, and it would hold steak.
I would try that.
I mean, yeah, it would kind of be delicious. I put it in a waffle maker and just.
The immortal Empress and Goddess of Food Love watches over the age-long battle.
Haha, Matt, I outrank you.
I'm a captain.
I'm a queen!
Well, alright. That's fair.
Yes, it is.
I got this.
Oh.
Continue your discourse. Don't make it obvious I'm doing things.
I'm not very good.
I mean, I don't know what all I have left to say. I don't know what peanut butter CB has.
I just don't understand how you can keep it in the bread. I always make a mess. I have to change clothing after I eat a PB&J.
Are you putting it in your mouth or just like...
I aim for my mouth. It just ends up everywhere. You have to like wrap it in paper towels.
You put like the spread side on either side to where you're just grabbing the peanut butter and the jelly with your hands?
No.
I want to know what peanut butter you're using where the smooth has the consistency of like grape juice.
Okay, hold on.
And
hold on.
crunchy is a waffle.
Now, Matt, for your consideration, what if it's one of those cases where the smooth peanut butter was sitting there for long enough that the peanut oil has come to the surface?
Then you mix it.
Just stir it a little bit.
Look, I know CB, I'm trying to help you. Because if you don't
there's no helping a crunchy peanut butter.
Help. How do you make a PB&J without making a mess?
I don't know how you do make a mess, to be honest.
I can see how you'd make a mess if jelly is involved. If there is no jelly, then
jelly.
But like, if you make a peanut butter and banana sandwich, then the bananas fall out.
Just like I told you, put the peanut butter on both sides. It's a peanut butter act.
What are little tiny pieces of peanut doing? They're not roots.
Some grip.
They're not.
Jenna left to get Taco Bell. We're trying to figure out the physics of CB's peanut butter.
What
is so runny?
I need you to send me a picture of your crunchy peanut butter and see what
shit out when you bite into it. Crunchy peanut jelly. So
it's not cement.
Thank you, Chris.
If you only put the peanut butter on one side of the bread,
how do you not have too much peanut butter and your mouth gets like sealed shut and you can't breathe?
Because I know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich like a motherfucking immortal empress. That's how.
Like, just don't put too much peanut butter on.
But hold on. So the peanuts do act as like attraction. So if you're only putting it on one side of the bread, the peanuts do help keep things in place. However, the smooth peanut butter also works as long as you put it on both sides of the bread. I mean, both pieces of bread, not both sides of the bread. Don't put like peanut butter. You all know what I mean. Crunchy peanut butter on a waffle. It is delicious. Also, for everybody I like all peanut butter. There's not a peanut butter I do not eat.
I mean,
So.
I like all peanut butter too.
Yeah, I mean, crunchy peanut butter is like fine if I'm.
I mean,
Stuck with
extra
it.
crunchy is too much because like when you take a bite, then you can't breathe anymore.
Chris gets
Are
mad
you
at me
allergic to peanuts?
I'm not.
How are you eating?
I don't
Like,
know.
Chris,
I really need to watch you eat a peanut butter and jelly because I
cut
don't
it
know
in
what you're
half.
Ivy
doing.
is
That
blowing
looks
one of it.
moist.
It's a
You
sandwich.
cut
That's what she said. It's creamy nothing.
Thank you.
It's so like the cheap brands of peanut butter. Okay, just so stop buying cheap peanut butter.
I'm in college. I don't have money.
So, for fun fact, my family only buys Peter Pan peanut butter because it is the only peanut butter brand with potassium in it, and it helps with children's growth spurts. I don't know why Peter Pan peanut butter has potassium and no other peanut butter has potassium, but it does. I've checked the thing. Chris thought I was making it up, and I was like, "Sir, look at the back.
Peter Pan knows.
That's gotta have crunchy jelly instead."
Low key.
Horrifying.
Low key. The only thing
No.
that I actually kind of like is raspberry, and it's because it has little seeds in it.
Red Bull.
Damn, you dumbass.
Red Bull.
Stevie felt very strongly about this.
Wait, what? What did you say about raspberry
It
jelly?
was in it. It is jam.
Sorry.
I think Stevie is making sandwiches with her feet.
You know what?
Personally, I like the peanut butter to coat my hands. I mean, we saw your plate. I don't doubt you.
Yeah, so
I-
some peanut butter.
We should go into a sprint, but like I had a long weekend, so we're probably gonna get minimum sprinting today. There's a
I'm
guy
okay
at the
with
Ren
that.
Fair who makes sandwiches with his feet, and okay, as long as he's eating them.
No,
I hope
for what
it's
it's
not like
worth.
a booth and it's just a guy that shows up and does that. It's not
Okay.
like sanctioned.
So Jenna, so she's made it with bread, jam, peanut butter, and then another slice of bread, so it stays in.
I usually do peanut butter on one bread, jam on the other, not jelly, jam, and
put them. No,
and it holds
jelly.
up.
He washes his feet
No,
first. Okay,
no,
that's good.
I don't like it.
Look, if you look on the back of the peanut butter jars, only one peanut butter brand says they contain potassium.
What about
Therefore, that was
crunchy
the
peanut
only
butter?
one.
Are you checking the crunchy peanut butter as well?
I'm checking all the
They have
peanut
the
butter,
actual peanuts in it.
all the peanut butter.
Hmm.
I
Crunchy
didn't know
peanut
my
butter for when you want a sandwich to hurt your teeth. Crunchy peanut butter.
The PB Wars.
How
If Art
weak are your
doesn't start-
teeth?
It gets in my little gums.
See, so hold on. Back to the potassium thing. I thought that peanuts contain potassium, so that's why I thought all peanut butter contained potassium. So when Mike was going through his first growth spurt, I was like, "Babe, we have to pick up some peanut butter for him so that his legs won't hurt as much anymore." And Chris was like, "Peanut butter does not have potassium in it," and I was like, "Bitch, yes it do." And then I looked, and nowhere on the jar did it say potassium, and I was like, "The fuck you mean it don't?" And then I picked up the Peter Pan peanut butter, and it says that it contains potassium. So I was like, this peanut butter, yes, that's right. This is the only brand we buy now.
A sandwich of this will make your mouth stay together. And this is creamy. See?
Well, yeah, because you're mixing it with Nutella, which is also like a peanut butter
I
consistency.
love
So yeah, it's
Nutella.
gonna seal
But
your
also,
mouth.
I had one with jelly.
That's very different.
And
I usually eat Nutella rather than peanut butter. I will eat Nutella, but not as a replacement, as a with jams up the works, or jams up the works. Jelly get.
But you know what everyone needs to appreciate? Apple butter.
Apple butter's so good though.
Yeah, apple butter be hidden.
We have fleets of homemade apple butter because my mom's old boss retired and opened up a bakery, but also makes apple butter. It's fantastic. And I ate 4 jars of apple in a week. People were concerned, and I was in heaven. Yeah. But why is it named apple butter?
Because it's made
It's
from
apple and
apples.
Buttery? I don't know.
Yeah, but why is it butter?
Because
Do
it's
you
a
put
spread.
apple butter on your toast? Nope.
I
You
do,
put
yeah.
butter on the toast before you put the apple butter on.
It depends on my mood.
Yeah, same.
But I just like how the apple butter has brought everybody.
Yeah, it just immediate
it's
calm.
delicious.
Just yes, apple butter.
Apple butter.
I agree with Jessica. I'm not a fan of that peanut butter brand.
Yeah, it's
Team apple butter. Because applesauce is taken
that's a good point.
confused in Australia. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna link apple butter to the chat.
Jenna doesn't like apple butter.
Gonna.
Jenna's a super
you broke the
taster.
peace treaty.
Jenna's a super taster, and apple butter has
Okay.
very strong
That makes
seasoning
sense.
taste.
Yeah.
So
It's fine.
that do make a difference.
It does.
I'm trying to find just like apple butter,
do they,
not an apple
do they
butter
not
recipe.
have apple butter in Australia?
That's like asking if we have Vegemite.
We could. I don't know.
I
No,
don't
we
think we
know
do.
it's regional.
Like
Okay.
I
don't
have.
know the names of things.
So yes, it's slow cooking apples with cider or water to a point where the sugar of the apples caramelizes, turning the apple butter a deep brown.
It's delicious.
Basically
I
apple and
really want
sugar.
apple butter now.
so autumnal. Just the run in a forest.
What are your guys'
Delicious.
opinions on ants on a log? Like the celery with the peanut butter and the raisins?
I like the log and the peanut butter,
It's like, I don't like celery.
but no ants. The ants can leave.
You don't like raisins?
So
Not really. No.
I refer back to my title.
Valid.
But yeah, celery and peanut butter be hidden because it's crunchy, but the peanut butter isn't
I
crunchy.
think I eat celery wrong.
So I just have to say, I love the lurker mods and everything because I'll see something out the corner of my eye that it's like, it needs you to approve it. And before I even started reading it, it's approved. So I'm like, but what comment was it?
But what?
What was approved? I'm from the Apple district in Norway, and I've heard of apple butter.
I thought you were going to say you've never heard of apple butter, and I was about to cry. I'm like, how can you be from the Apple district and not have heard of apple butter?
Emily desires for them to have apple butter. Well,
It is fantastic.
Apparently there's recipes, like 8,000 recipes, so
Mm-hmm.
I feel like apple butter is kind of it's like similar to apple
me,
jelly.
apple jelly is
like,
way too
apple jelly
sweet.
is because we also have apple jelly, and it's not the same consistency.
I've never had apple jelly.
You've never had apple jelly?
Matt makes coffee out of ants.
You would think. Yeah, I do. No, it's because I tweeted today about how customers kept coming up and being like, "Do you have like regular coffee?" And I'm just like, "No, it's made of ants. Get out." Like, what do you mean? Do we have regular coffee? It's a coffee shop. Yeah.
I don't know anything about coffee.
You've never heard of apple butter. Yes, I misunderstood. Jess makes apple butter. I'm coming to your house, just so you know.
I'll just make a trip around the world and deliver apple butter to everyone.
Apple jelly. To be fair, I feel like apple jelly is a niche kind of jelly, so like.
Yeah, that's not my thing.
Is it like the innards of an apple pie, but in like a jar?
Not really.
I feel like it doesn't have jelly, but apple flavored.
Yeah, honestly, because like it doesn't have that like spicy cinnamon and like those seasonings to it. It's just like apple and sugar.
I haven't had a good apple in a really long time.
Doesn't really do it for me.
It's like bland applesauce, is what.
Yeah.
With a jelly consistency.
Yeah.
Waffle House. That's where. Yeah, Waffle House. You'll get the little apple jelly and the things, and mixed.
Oh, I've seen apple jelly before.
Yeah, like wait. Yeah, because I used to use the apple jelly, and then like my grandma ordered apple butter, and I was like, "Excuse, what is this? It's more amazing." Just because the grape jelly had a weird,
and it's weird so taste. Disappointing.
What kind of timer do we want? First person to say something wins.
Fish.
Jenna.
All right, fish timer.
Hell yeah.
I gotta go to Google for that, Matt.
Sorry, but fish timer.
Fish race timer. Nobody's gonna get any work done today, and it's
Nah.
I
We out
can't
here
tell if
gambling.
all those apples are like from the follow-up conversation or people demanding an apple timer, because that's the kind of chat I have.
Honestly, an apple timer might be cool. It would be themed.
Jess asked for an apple timer.
I could get behind an
Steve
apple timer.
Chris, I think, Chris is just naming types of apple stuff.
Proud
and
of
I
him.
think so is Steve.
All right.
Races,
Sophie changed votes, I think, for that. Oh shit, fish race. No,
Fish
back to
race.
apple timer.
Well, we weren't voting. It was first one to speak wins. So
Hell yeah.
20 minutes. It took me a bit to find it because it was like they were using something else as the default picture, and I was just not reading. I was like, I can't find the pretty. How many fish do we? Well, we can only have up to 6, so we're getting 6.
I'm picking whichever fish looks the most like smooth peanut butter.
Why?
We know why. Look at my title.
I still wait. No, why did you make it so he outranks me?
Oh, lit!
No,
He doesn't outrank you.
murder you instead.
You are equal ranks. I hold assassin and captain at the same level,
Okay,
and it's my kingdom
Then
as the immortal empress.
I'll just
Second from the bottom. Or no. Fish number 3 has smooth peanut butter vibes.
So I apologize to anybody who actually wanted to work today.
Yeah,
It's
fish
not
number
fish
5, if I
3.
can count right. I like fish number 5.
Hell yeah, orange fish. But
Jess,
fish
you're
number
gonna
3,
you're gonna watch the fish race during this sprint. What you're gonna do?
I'm gonna name him Fernando.
I'm gonna name him Smooth Peanut Butter.
I wonder why. So
yeah, I mean, it just came to me, really. Not related to anything.
Sure, nothing.
I was looking for the start button, and I'm like, "Where's the start button? I can't find." I can also switch fish. Do we want to switch fish, or do we want to stick with?
No, we already have our favorite.
Fernando.
Okay.
Smooth Peanut Butter.
I know which orange fish you mean, Sophie. You mean this one in the. You can't see my mouse. The one in the back.
The top one.
Sophie's like, no, don't change my fish. Okay.
Oh, one is at the top, Jess.
One is the green one. Oh, okay, one is the orange one with the green. One is the orange one with the green, and then two's the blue. 3's the red orange.
Smooth peanut butter.
Book face. That's smooth peanut butter, apparently. And then this teal orange one is 4, and then the orange one with the blue and the yellow is 5, and the green
Fernando.
I'm also naming the one above Fernando Tuna.
Chris,
I don't know.
Aww. Yeah, no, I see it.
Chris says Fernando is fried green tomatoes, and he's about to be divorced because I just saw him take one of my fries. So
it is one of your fries.
It is one of my. That's different. I just want to say I love the abject horror that was on your face when you realized it was my fry. Saved you.
What have I done?
3, 2, 1, go.
Well, I feel betrayed.
What?
The fish. It
No, I know.
lost.
I know. I'm disgusted by that. What? Who? Bluefish? That wouldn't even have a name.
I was about to say, did that one even have a name? Did anybody?
No.
Little no-name bluefish that no
Loser.
one cared about just decided to go and win. Oh, good for you, Bluefish. You're still no one cares.
Special.
Gosh, what a bad race.
Fernando even came in last.
I mean, that makes sense. But Bluefish
You know what,
winning.
Matt? You didn't win either.
Yeah, but at least it didn't come in last.
The shade. The shade.
I'm
So when
really
I was-
uppity because I'm the one she can't kill.
Or maybe you're the one killing everyone else off just so you feel special.
I made that joke earlier because Matt was like, I can't afford to lose this race, and Sophie said, "How you don't have anything left?" And I was like, "Do you know how many of my co-hosts he's killed off for CB so that he could afford this race?"
I mean, the Stieg one was for free, but the others that hurt. That hurt.
Can you hear the drums, Fernando? It's CB about to turn you into fish sticks.
I've had the song playing on loop in my head ever since I named him Fernando.
His name
What
is
song?
simply because I got too distracted to shame him. It is funny. Whoever like Jenna starts, except this one, I think Cokefish. I think if she insults all of the other fish, they slow down, but Cokefish like gets some sort of high out of it and just goes faster.
Cokefish is wild.
Cokefish
I
is
mean,
very
he is Cokefish, so makes sense. That tracks.
Anybody who's like just tuning into my channel for the first time because they're here from the Writeathon, hi, welcome. This is our chaos.
We gamble on fish,
wild stream.
and we have strong opinions on peanut butter.
That was you.
Sorry, Sophie.
Wow, are you surprised?
Yeah, I mean,
though,
come
or-
on. You brought that on yourself. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, yeah.
Love
I
it.
mean, I'm innocent. It was all Matt.
No name. I just noticed that. More like ruins the show.
Yeah.
I will phrase things. This is why I'm in charge of phrasing things. I think you should share my fish. I should send it to me in DMs because I can't find it right now. My head just doesn't. No, I have them in the folder. I just don't feel good. Cookfish is here for a good time, but not a long time.
That's our Cokefish.
Yeah.
Bluefish chugs some Red Bull. Excuse me. So, while Sophie is getting the things to send to me,
Did anyone work during the stream?
I
No,
did. I got 2 points done.
Nice. I
Lots of
critiqued like
education.
2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Let's talk peanut butter.
The pictures that Fox has of me in his
Are iconic.
storage,
They're amazing.
they're beautiful. And here is,
Hell yeah, orange fish.
we gotta shrink it a wee bit to fit.
It's the eyes.
I love that one of them is just.
Yeah.
That eye is terrifying to me.
I think they're both like 3D eyes. Just...
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just the angle makes that eye look terrifying.
There. If you want to bring it down a notch, DuckTales, woo! Somebody in CC tagged me and they shared the DuckTales theme song. I assume it's some sort of cover. But also, I never bring anything down a notch. I just instigate or sit to the side.
Bringing it down.
Jamie got editing done.
Wow. Look
Nice.
at you being productive.
Tabitha
you.
ignored
Nice.
us and got 480.
Proud.
I think a lot of people actually were.
I Are you asking about peanut butter? Because
I think they might have come in late.
They missed the rest of the.
So-
Basically, we talked about how some people are pure evil and they like their
and some
peanut
people have
butter.
wrong opinions.
All right, hold on.
Right.
The neutral party is going to explain what happened. So we have a friend, another of my regulars, Sophie, who did something interesting with her peanut butter, and then it sparked a giant peanut butter discussion, debate, war, which was only ended by the apple butter peace treaty.
More to the stream lore.
Yes. We're just gonna have like what we need is a stream wiki that
oh
just
my
has
gosh.
all.
It
I might one day when I just have a migraine and can't focus on anything else, I'm gonna make a word anvil for the stream. It just has all of our world, all of our stream lore, from the fish to the peanut butter to the
my gosh.
CB assassins. I'm gonna go back and find every instance in which she assassinated somebody.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That did not work because I already worked like an hour and a half today, and I mean that's fair. The apple butter peace treaty, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, see, it's what we need. We need a world.
We do. Bound in leather.
Oh, I have to check my DMs. Hold on. Sophie did something interesting with her peanut butter. Well, okay, so to be fair, it was. Hold on.
It was artwork.
Art. Ish.
Where did it just go?
CB, you're not even allowed to call it art. You weren't even like. You were just like, eh.
I thought it was interesting how she got it so smooth.
Yeah, because it was smooth peanut butter.
I knew you were going to say that!
I was waiting for it. Okay, so you see this right here is half of the picture of what Sophie did with the peanut butter. I make the best facial expressions, okay? And I just revel in them. I'm checking. Oh, yes, Stieg commissioned Coke Fish, and he wants me to share Coke Fish.
Oh, yeah. Coke Fish. I love Coke Fish.
There will be so much Sophie artwork for the
I forgot that was the caption for Coke Fish.
There's the lead. It has a nosebleed. Yes, caption brought to us by Jenna, because shit talking the fish is one of her favorite things to do. Mm-hmm. I will not let my son go unnoticed in this world. It's fair. But fake leather, right, Matt? You can't hurt animals.
I can't hurt legumes.
You can't even hurt peanut butter.
You can't hurt legumes. Okay. Thank you. Yes, my child. You're bored. What do you need to play? You don't know. Well, come here. Here you go. You're in charge now.
Okay. Hey!
Welcome.
I like peanut butter.
Do you like?
Yeah, you do.
Peanut butter.
Smooth.
That's right. Smooth peanut butter's way better.
Your dad likes crunchy?
What flavor?
Strawberry.
Strawberry?
Respect.
Yeah.
Respectful. Yep.
Love me some strawberry jelly.
See when you eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
No.
No.
Oh,
Is that because we do peanut
imagine
butter
that.
What?
Is that because we put it on peanut butter jelly peanut butter?
Yeah.
Is it because we're food gods?
Do you like Nutella?
Yeah.
Okay, good job.
I'm doing Nutella.
Are you good now? Are you still bored? Go upstairs. You have 2 siblings. Play with them. And I have to adjust my glasses and everything.
So, CB, any
I never
rebuttal?
claimed to be better at eating PB&J than a child.
Fox, I wasn't
I never even
asking
claimed to be good at it.
Fox, I wasn't asking you to make a stream wiki. That's why I'm doing it on World Anvil. He DM'd me. He's like, I don't have time to update a stream wiki for you. Not that he's unwilling, just that he does not have time.
I like the distinction.
Hey kiddo, love how they just smooth. Yeah. Yeah. He's like always so talkative and so just like willing, like he wants to be on camera and he's like really excited and then he gets on camera and he's just like he forgets his personality.
Yep,
He's just like
I had that
his
problem.
brain dies. Not mad proud of having the same culinary palate as a child.
Thank you,
Excuse
Steve.
you.
Thank you.
My child is
Look.
a food god and
Yeah.
therefore
A child with a refined palate. Have you seen MasterChef Junior? These kids know their shit. So
you have 2 siblings, play with them. I have a feeling that translated loosely to there's a reason I had multiple. Yes. Except like the direct translation is there's a reason I have multiple of you. So you can bother them. But that was a very, very close translation. It's like when Chris and I we were first talking about how many kids we would want to eventually have. And I was like, it has to be 2 to 3. And I'm like, that's it. And he's like, why not 1? And I'm like, no, we're not having an only child. He's like, I'm an only child. And I'm like, no. Like, I don't care. No. I'm like, and you have a problem with sharing. And he's like, well, it's my stuff. And I'm like, my point is proven.
there we go.
Yeah, I'm the middle child of the older brother and younger brother. And my older brother and I were like tight, and my little brother was born. We were like, we get to play with you now. another.
And this one.
And I was like, I want a sister. That didn't happen.
It's like it's so convenient. Like earlier today, the oldest one just like stood on the porch and watched the middle one go get the mail. So I don't have to be the one standing on the porch.
You can lurk on the camera and then terrify your child by speaking.
And look, my favorite part of that was just how he like turned and his head just went up. Like he was looking for me and I was not there.
Yeah, there's a camera that's like motion sensor in our like backyard at home, and I like go down to the creek sometimes just like hang out, and there's like a hammock down there, and so every time I go by I wave because it like takes a little recording to my dad's phone, sends him a text message, so I'll like wave or do a little dance or something every time I go by, just like I have to acknowledge it.
So I gotta make sure the camera's not lonely. There's this TikToker who I'm not on TikTok. I watch TikTok compilations because I'm an ancient immortal who just vaguely I get used to new technology after it's the next trend has hit. Like I just got into Vine and Vine died.
Oh.
I missed Vine.
I love Vine so much.
I just got into MySpace and MySpace died. And I was like, maybe it is I. I am the killer of things. But so, and she does these, like, she has these different characters and she does all these skits. And her sibling ones always hit home with me because there's like this one.
Is it the blonde girl?
Yes,
like really
the blonde girl with the nice
tiny
eyeshadow. Yeah, and she uses these little doll hands to signify when she's a child character.
And she did this one video that actually made me like cry laughing. Is she like proposed it as she was like owning up to something like terrible she did?
Is it when it's like the middle child?
No. It was like just her as herself, and it was like a completely serious video. And I was like really nervous, like, crap, you did something bad. I thought you were funny. And she goes, these aren't my real hands, and has like baby hands. Then pulled her sleeves to show that she was holding them. I died. It was so good.
There's one she does when it's like middle child, and she's like on her phone, and her mom comes up, and she's like, "Oh hey, we like need to talk to you." And then she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be right there." And she's like, "What did I do? What did I do?" Is she's like fidgeting with her phone, trying to remember what she did. She's like, "I haven't snuck out. Do they know about the thing? No, if they knew about the thing, I'd be dead already. Did they find my stash? Oh, no, plastic bag still there between the 2 rolled up jeans. Oh, what did I do?" And she goes downstairs, and her dad's just like, "Oh, hey, HDMI 1 or HDMI 2? And she's like, "Oh, HDMI 1." And I'm like,
my parents will do the thing where, like,
that's my sister.
They'll say my full name, and be like, "Come downstairs."
Queen Assassin Crunchy Peanut Butter?
Yeah. That is what my parents call me when I'm in trouble. But they'll just like do it like casually sometimes, and I'll just assume that I'm in trouble because they said my full name, and I'll like just fear. Or the worst, they'll do it like when you get home from school, we need to talk. And I'm like, so the entire school day, I'm useless. Brain gone. Like, I don't even know what I did.
My mom uses my full name when she's like actually upset at me and when she's not actually upset at me. So I'm so used to her just going, Samantha Lynn, and me going, what? Or she's like, Samantha Lynn, why are you such a smart ass? And I'm like, because you wouldn't like me if I was a dumbass. And she'd like, Sophie's telling me.
We just shared something on the Discord.
I'm gonna share that in a minute. But however, my mom is also dyslexic like me, except like her dyslexia is stronger. And so when she's really upset with me, she won't remember my name in the proper order or which child I am. So it's very, like, not even which generation. So she'll just be like, Tabitha, Amber, Marie, Fedora, Jean, Samantha, get in here. And that's literally, that's like people I'm related to, like all of those. Fedora Jean was her cousin who was my age. So like my second cousin. And then, Tabby is Tab. Marie is her middle name. So it's like, that's how I know I'm in trouble, is when she just starts listing eight names. I'm like, oh God, what did I do?
My mom
or when she calls me Christopher Jr.
She's also like the middle girl, sandwiched between two brothers. So she'll refer to my brothers as her brother's name, which I think is really funny.
My mom's always, I need to talk to you. And then it's just, what do you want for dinner? I feel like my children are now desensitized to stuff like that because I like to fuck with them. And I'll just be like, hey, you. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I love your face. And they're like, oh, I love your face too. And then they go about their day. So they know they're in trouble when I deadpan, though. If I'm like if there's no real emotion, they're like, oh.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, my mom, when she's angry, she runs through the list of kids' names. She never gets to right. It's you know who you are. You know what you did. But do I? So let me just share Sophie's updated work of art. Which I just need you to know, Sophie, that now I'm like apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
Stunning.
Yes. That is a work of art.
Apple butter.
Because I still had it open on the Discord, I like went to check Discord and I'm like, wait, am I screen sharing my Discord? That's not what I want to do. Like, ever. So much of my shady past would be here. My mom has never, but yeah, the last name has never like been added in there. It's just like the first and middle or 8,000 other people's names.
I didn't know how to spell or pronounce my middle name until I was like 12.
I misspelled my middle name for years until I forget how old because my brain fog is strong, but I always spelt it with 2 N's because that's how you spell it. But my mom
wasn't wrong.
My mom wanted a unique name, so she spelt it with 1 N. And so to this day, when my mom's around, I'll be like, "Yes, my name's Samantha Line." And she'll be like, "Your name is not Line," and I'm like, "The English phonetic spelling says that should be Line or Lean, not Lynn." And she'll just be like, I'll beam you. I'm like, I can die.
To this day, I'm only like 95% sure I spell my name the right way, my middle name. Because like we had to fill it out when we were like on, papers when we were like little kids, like write your full name. And I would just guess. I'm like, I don't really know what it is.
We'll try this one. I don't know.
I'm just, it kind of sounds like this. So like for years I put an O in there, like Bronwen. And then like there was 2 W.
Just because like I don't think my mom's ever even called me Jessica. So let me tell you the hypocrisy of my mother real quick. So she named me Samantha in the 90s. Are you aware of how many of us exist?
So many.
so many. It's like in the top 10 girls' names for like decades. It's a very popular name. It doesn't really
Sams. Yeah.
that part doesn't bother me because like it can also be broken down 8,000 million ways. So it's just like we just all pick one and we go with it. We have a lot of resources to go through before we have to start adding letters. However, then I go to have a child and I'm like, I desire to name him Michael. And she's like, but Michael's such a common name. And I'm like, excuse you?
No.
The audacity.
How dare you? And she's like, I'ma just call him Monkey. And I'm like, it's fine. You called me Monkey. You literally, like, you want to go with common to every child in our family was Monkey at one point in our lives. But okay.
I don't think Michael's that as common nowadays.
It's not in his generation. That was like always the only Michael. It was really popular in my mom's generation, though. See, for me, I'm like, what parents should do is just name their children names that were popular in their generation because nobody's naming their kids that anymore.
That's smart.
But then it's like associated with the people that you knew that had that
I don't
name,
have
like,
that
at your
issue.
age. Oh, you don't?
No. Like I have like I use the name Sabrina or variations of Sabrina for some of my characters, and that's my mom's name. And like some people were like, that's too weird for me, and I'm like, I don't have that problem. I have like traits that I associate with names, but not people.
I met someone who vaguely looked like one of my characters, and they also had one of the names, and I just like kept staring at them, just like,
You real?
who are you? Why are you here?
See, you get me. You two were on that top 10 list for 8,000 years. I had 52 girls in my
My
It's like you can't, no matter what class you go in, you're gonna share a name with at least 3 of them.
I never had that problem, and then I came to my college, and there's only like 350 people at my college, and there are like 7 people with my name, and I hate it.
That happened with me too. There were like no Matts in high school. Then I got to college, and there were a lot of Matts.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think it's more weird that there weren't Matts in high school because I know it's a really common name.
My aunt and uncle took lots of precautions to make sure no other child ever has their kid's name. His name's Wolfgang. His first name is Wolfgang.
Well, that's hard for me to judge because that's a legit name.
I know it is.
So
his brother's name's Lucas, which is the name of one of my characters, which is weird for me. But Wolfgang and Lucas.
Right. What kind of timer do we want? It's going to be our final timer for the night.
I picked the last one.
I didn't hear what you said, CB.
I said Jenna timer because she asked for it on the Worldwide Writeathon, but then we never did it, I don't think.
I was thrown off, yes. No,
I could never be part of the Worldwide Writeathon because that's impossible to say.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I say it for you if you're on my stream.
Worldwide
Writeathon.
Just moving like in different ways your mouth, like you just switch gears.
Also, because I just went to my page, I am 5 subscribers away from 500 subscribers.
Ooh, if you're here and you're not subscribed, fix that.
Do it, or else.
I do have assassin co-host apparently. I don't encourage them to threaten people. I'm just letting you
but she doesn't discourage us to.
I'm a pretty neutral party to murder.
Do it.
So, I was gonna say something else and I got distracted by murder. And I just noticed that like more viewers have joined us. So I just imagine them coming in at that part. Oh, what I was gonna say is when I hit 500 subscribers, I will put together a roleplay stream where I host a World of Darkness campaign with, I think I have 3 people who've confirmed that they want to try that. So that's going to be me celebrating 500 because I'm a nerd in all forms.
Jenna's hair is so long.
Yes. Putting my things up. It just clicked that I recently named a character Samantha, and you're a Samantha. How? Because I go by Sam, and it's just like everybody associates the name Sam with me as opposed to Samantha, which is fun because people will be like, well, which one do you prefer? And I'm like, both. Both fit me. And they're like, no, they don't. You're Sam. It's like, how dare you?
I'll accidentally like steal people's names to put them in my writing, which I won't like realize.
Williamson's Worldwide Writers Writing Writeathon
Write-a-thon
Weekend Warriors.
It's easier
I
to
like
read and say.
Well, I like how I can say that easier than just Worldwide Writeathon. It's just Williamson's Worldwide
Worldwide Writers Writing
Write-a-thon.
Writeathon.
Weekend Warriors.
Almost got me.
Williamson's Worldwide Writers Writing Writeathon Weekend Warriors. Yeah, that might be easier.
It is. I think it is easier.
I might hit you up for that then, BC. My plan is everyone's characters are going to have amnesia, and so you'll get a very limited stat sheet, and as you get your memories back, you get access to your stats and some skills. So
I love that. That is.
I've run
so
it
excited.
before. My sister ruined a thing the last time I ran it, but it's fine. It's fine. All right, so 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're back. Oh, let me take the banners off. I may have.
Murder of Grand Death.
What? Fill in.
See my title for further explanation.
Ah.
This is true.
I don't have to make sense.
You're multifaceted.
I forgot Tabitha was talking about a person. Let me tell you, my sister's name is Tabitha, so I just see Tabitha, and Samantha's dead now, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do? God.
Yeah, I killed off the character
fine.
that I accidentally named after someone.
A lot of Samanthas die. It's fine. A lot of Samanthas also live. I wanted to like write a story with a main character named Samantha, but like there were a lot of Samanthas in the 90s. So now I'm like, I feel like I can't.
I'll probably write one. I really like the name Sam and Alex for girls.
I semi want to create just in all of my stories a wily old mentor of magic who's just like very in the know but also disconnected from what's going on, and then whenever somebody's just like, oh, your MC is a self-insert, and I'm like, excuse you, I have a self-insert in the story and that's not it, okay?
Focus up.
It's like, if you can find them, well, I guess you get to pat yourself on the back, don't you?
Everyone watching the stream right now is like, yes, I'm gonna be able to pat myself on the back.
Right? They're gonna be like, it's that one. That one is Sam.
The mentor.
No, they're not necessarily a mentor.
Right. But like, why?
But also, maybe. I don't want to brag or anything, but I just replaced a verb-adverb combo with
Hell
a strong.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
So
writer with a capital W right there.
So I finished another point, and I'm almost done with a point. I'm writing a script of writing roleplay text versus writing like story narrative text. And the current section I'm working on is elitism, and I'm like, let me not go on a tangent, and then I go on a tangent, and I'm like, well, anyway.
Oopsies.
And I realize I do that a lot. I was like, I'm not even gonna get started, and then I do it, and I'm like, but anyway.
Never mind.
And it's scripted, and I just leave it in because whatever.
Valid.
Also, stay looking up new baby stuff. It's yes, we need to know. Oh, that's fair.
Just listen to Julie and the Phantom. Sorry, I'm really excited. Jess, do you watch Julie? I loved. I have a giant sunset curved up shot.
Stevie has a new best friend.
Look, I really like.
No
Julie
words
and the Phantom.
misprint since I finished a chapter. I mean, that's fair though. 422. Oh yeah. Managed to get 2 pages of notes for upcoming videos.
Hell yeah.
380, 287. I did a point by number on my phone, and I mean, but that's good.
Julie and the Phantom. Yeah.
Aren't many of us white women in our 30s really just in our 12s? Not even our teens, our 12s.
Our 12.
It's a 12 hits different than your teen years, let me tell
12
you.
do be hitting different. 12 is a different age.
It's an era.
That's a different. You are in a different dimension when you are 12.
I don't remember being 12.
Because you were in a different dimension. You were separate from reality.
It is, and that's like part of my the section that I just finished was misconceptions, and I have 3 mini sections in there, and it's like they're nothing alike, they're the same, and then role playing can't improve your writing. Those are the misconceptions I don't have, but I'm writing about, because I'm so tired of like writing communities I'm in being like text role playing is basically pointless, and there's like it's not writing or whatever, and then role playing communities also being like, we're authors because we're like writing things, and I'm like, neither of you are right, you are both wrong. I am in both of these communities. Let me tell you where you are correct and where you're not. It is the jam. 12 is a decade.
True.
I have an 11-year-old niece and a 12-year-old niece. It's a wild time. Mine are all less than 2 years apart, so I don't look forward to puberty, puberty, puberty.
Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. The punches.
Bang. Excuse me. Yeah, see, BC gets me.
Mhm.
I'm not going to watch your video until after I script my video. Just that way I don't accidentally subconsciously steal anything. It's always
I
like
always feel-
a mild concern of mine.
I'm always
What?
terrified when I accidentally steal something I watched in like one of yours or Jenna's videos. I'm like, I don't want to. It's not on purpose.
Fox just told me a thing, but I don't know if it's a thing I can share. Fox, can I share the thing? Can I see? Can I? It's gonna wait 8 years now. 100% Sam, I do text RP all the time and I game tabletop / Discord with lots of author. Right? It's like, bitch, no you ain't. It's like, and I'll go over this in the video, but I've like talked about this before. So I've done both role playing, all forms of role playing, except LARP. That's the only one that I haven't done extensively.
I really want
I've LARPed once and that's it. But yeah, so I've done like all kinds of role playing, and then I've been writing, and I've been doing both of these things for 15 plus years. And I was in a like role play group on Gaia Online, for those who might have heard of that. There was 2 other people on the Worldwide Writeathon streams that knew what that meant, and we exchanged avatars because I was like, let me just go log in real quick. And Stieg was like, do I know my password? And I was like, haha, Google knows mine. And then they were like, how long ago were you on this website that Google knows it? And I'm like, look, I occasionally still sign in to look at things. But yeah, so we were role playing together for over a year, and then like I sent them a short story that I wrote about the characters, and they were like, why is your short story written so much better than your role play posts? Like, you've been holding out on me. And I'm like, sir, I need you to calm your titties, because it's 2 different skill sets. There's limitations to text-based role playing that I don't have when I write a story. I'm like, so you're just gonna have to calm down. But yeah, and that's like part of the reason that I want to make the video, because I'm like, it's similar, but it's not the same. I don't remember 12. I don't even remember my middle name. That's fair. I have 4 nieces that are about 18 months apart. The oldest is going to be 16. My sisters are a year and a day apart. Like, my mom went to get a tubal, and then they told her, yeah, we'll schedule your tubal for after you have the baby. And she's like, I had the baby. The baby's like a few months old now. And they're like, no, after you have the other baby. And she's like, what other baby?
The what?
I'm sorry, what?
And then she was also a preemie. And I like to joke that like she in the womb was already a competitive Aries, and therefore had to be born. Like, my mom went into labor on my middle sister's birthday. And then my baby sister was born slightly after midnight, I think, if I remember correctly. So they are a year and a day apart. And it's hilarious sometimes, because if somebody like forgets my middle sister's birthday and they try to wish her a happy birthday a day late, she gets so confused, because she's like, it's not my birthday anymore. It's my sister's
the next
birthday.
ones. The other
It's
ones.
like, sorry, you have a time limit here. Sorry, I just remembered her expired joke. It's gonna kill me for the rest of my life. Watch the Sailor Moon Let's Talk from last week. You'll understand.
I was
You
there.
were
and I
there,
don't understand.
Stevie.
Yeah,
I was like, hold on. You were there.
Okay, my dumb bitch energy is off the charts right now.
When I was calling Nephrite a snack, and then Tabby said he was a snack that was about to expire.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember.
There you go.
You know, it's like
Wait, I read
10:30 on a school night. I have classes, things
I
to
always
do.
double
I don't have a
check.
brain.
Right? Like, it's even worse when like some of my friends are making videos, and like my friends and I say things very similarly, or we just have the same thoughts, and I'm like, people are gonna watch us and just be like, these bitches are the same person.
I'm like, is this
Same
my joke?
person's
Did I
writing
come
their-
up with this joke, or am I stealing this joke from someone else?
it also doesn't help that sometimes when we know we're writing scripts, we will make jokes and the other one will be like, can I steal that? And it's like, yeah, go ahead.
Hey.
So it's like literally we have the same humor. The window for birthday wishes is finished.
Yeah, my brothers have like a 7-year and then like 20-day age gap.
That's how I am with my brother. Our birthdays are 11 days apart.
Mm.
I'm on the other
6
side.
years.
Mine's close to
Like-
Christmas, but it's like just far enough away from Christmas where I get my own birthday, and I'm very happy about it. But I'm still like the oldest of the people like born in 2003. I'm still like among the older ones.
I was the baby everywhere. Like at home, I was the oldest by a significant amount. And then in school, I was the baby because my birthday is August 30th. And when I started school, that was like a week before the cutoff. So I started kindergarten when I was 4. And then so like I graduated high school and I would have started my freshman year at college age 17. And like a lot of my friends were born in 89. So or 89 or 88. So like I was just always the baby. I was always the baby and the smallest one, and they just tossed me around. Literally like a ball. And then now I'm slowly becoming the oldest in all of the groups and everything. Or I'm either the oldest or I'm
just
dead
look
set
around
in the middle.
yourself in the
And I'm like,
stream.
this is so weird. Yeah, right. Of my regulars, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle because Stieg and Jenna are both older than me. So I'm like,
Sophie's younger than you.
yeah, Sophie, you, Matt, and Jesse. So well, I'm on the
You're in
edge
the
of the
older- you're
middle.
in the older
I'm
part.
on the edge of
I'm on
going.
the edge.
Wait,
And
is Jesse the middle?
he's the middle. He's
And
26.
then you and I are on either side of Jesse.
Yes, as we should be.
Then
You're the third youngest. I'm the third oldest.
then
I'm the child.
Stieg and Sophie. Then who's older,
No.
Stieg or Jenna?
I think. Oh shit! Fuck! I always forget because they're
Are
like
they the same
not
age?
that
Yeah,
far
they're like
apart.
the same age.
No,
like
it's
only
like-
months apart, aren't they?
No, it's technically they're born in different years, but because their birthdays are no, they're both January birthdays. I think. I know Jenna's a January birthday. Stieg, are you here? I need your
I'm
birthday.
also
pretty sure
January
Stieg
birthday.
is also a
He's
January.
a Capricorn at least.
Yeah, so yeah, they're
So
really
are they
close.
just like a year? Are they a year apart or are they days apart? Because I
No,
know
I
they're
think
very
they're-
close.
I think they're a year apart. I think
I think
I
like it
think
would
they're
be
a
more
year
significant
apart.
if they're like actively days apart. So I feel like they're year and days apart. Like they're around.
yeah, I
a
feel
year
like
apart.
it's a year because I feel like what happens is Stieg has his birthday and then Stieg might be younger than Jenna because I think Stieg has his birthday and then he's the same age as Jenna until her birthday and then she's older than him again. I think is how it goes. But like my
Okay.
brain fog is really just like you're not allowed to know who anybody's age is except Jesse's.
Except Jesse.
Like I'm struggling to remember CV's age. Did I even get Jesse's age right? Or is he 27 now? Because he had a birthday.
No, he's not 27. He's
So
I
is he
think
26?
I think he's 25. I think he just turned 25.
All I know is I'm 30, and that's where I'm.
I'm 18. I'm 18 now.
I almost
I'm an
forgot how old I was. 22. Haha.
That took a while. I'm
Look, I don't know how old I am.
I
I don't
don't
know.
judge you.
I don't know when I got here.
I'm a combination of looking at like 16-year-olds and being like child, but then also being like, I'm 18. I thought I was 16. It's struggling.
Right? Jesse is 24. He just turned 24.
24? I thought he was 25.
God, we're so bad at ages.
Jesse's gonna like come in here and just be like, "You motherfuckers!"
Kicks down the door.
Sophie, you're 19, right? Or did you turn 20?
Oh wait,
Sophie-
we forgot to add Chris in here.
Oh yeah.
Chris is
Chris is
the
you-
oldest.
No, he's younger than Jenna and
Really? I am bad with ages.
you're.
I
But,
thought
but you are younger than Stieg.
Jess says Stieg's 33.
You're like- Yeah, and Chris is 32.
Jenna's 34.
Yes, Jenna
okay.
is 34.
So Jenna is the oldest, then Stieg, then
Yeah.
Chris, then you, then Jesse, then me, then Sophie, then CB. We did it.
Yes.
Sophie,
Don't ask me
you're
anyone's age,
you're
including
19.
mine.
You're 19, Sophie. I need to know.
Sophie's 20. Sophie turned 20 in November.
What are you 19
Right?
or 20? Who's right? Is it me or Matt?
I don't know.
It might be
I
Matt.
think
Sophie
she
was still a
turned
teenager.
20.
Nobody was allowed to have a birthday after I hit 30. That's my law.
I thought Sophie was still a teenager.
And then when I hit 31, everyone's allowed to age again.
That's fair.
That way I remember everyone's age in relation to mine.
So I'm always allowed to age.
Fox
is like, what even is this age count? Look, we had a point, and then we just started freaking
Yeah.
out. We don't remember
19.
anyone.
Yes. Okay. Sophie, 19. I was right.
Glorious.
I thought you turned 20.
Matt, do you know how old I am?
You just said you were 30, or else I wouldn't have. Because I'm bad with ages.
I feel very good about myself that I got it right. Sophie's age right. I was like, Sophie and I are almost exactly a year, or within around a year. Remember if it was 2 years.
Almost exactly around a year.
So, shut up, Matt.
In order to remember her age, Tabby will think of my age and then subtract 5 from it, and that's how she remembers her own age. And I'm like, normally you would remember your age and add 5, but no, I'm her.
I don't know how old my little brother is. He's still 12 in my mind, and I know that is not true because he's in middle school, I think.
My family's pretty like, I can get there because this is how the babies in my family go, right? There's me, and then 4 years later there's Zach, and then the next year is Tabby and Leah, and then the year after that is Nikki, and then the year after that is little Kenny, and then the year after that is Sean, and then the year after that is Saray, and it just like goes down until Camden, and then 4 years after Camden is Coda. So it's like all of the ones in between are da-da-da-da-da-da, and then like me and Coda are 4 years on the outside. And it's really weird because I'm 4 years the oldest, he's 4 years the youngest. I mean, if it makes you feel better, my youngest cousin is like 15. And I'm 30. He's
my
half
youngest
my age
cousin's
right
like 2. Actually, I have no idea how old he is. I'm so bad at ages.
I thought my sister was 12, but she's 18.
Yeah.
Like, how old are you? 13? I'm 22, Sam. What? No.
My big brother still sees me as 12, and I see my little brother as 12. So.
Right. So what's even more fun about that is for my generation, like, so my oldest is 9, and then half of the year his brother is 2 years younger than him. The other half they're only a year apart because it's June and an October birthday. And then the Roxy and Gabriel are a year or 2 years apart depending on what half of the year it is. And then my cousin's oldest is a month of Roxy, and then every other year there's a baby. So it's like we've got them every 2 years. We spaced out.
Yeah, progress.
I'm gonna be 34 this year. My uncle is turning 32. My cousins feel that they're like have an uncle. My cousin Xavier has an uncle on his mom's side who was born the same year he was. So they like grew up together. My youngest cousin is 9.
I have like a third cousin that's around my age.
I have no idea how old any of my cousins are.
I literally have 2 first cousins. I don't
know where they are. I don't know where they came from.
Third cousins. I have like 6 maybe. There aren't many.
I know a lot of I grew up with some of my second cousins because my great aunt, whom is my grandfather's, she's either his older sister, or she's the oldest aside from him. It's one of those two. And she had like 9 kids. And so throughout the course of that, some of them are my age, some of them are older, and some of them are younger. Yeah. I have a 4-year-old, and my youngest sister is 10.
I have a ton of cousins, and they're all just like splattered across the country, and like I don't see any of them, so it's just like I don't know.
Mine are all in Ohio, so basically unreachable.
Sucks to be
like,
them.
I'm 25, the baby of many online groups, but the oldest of my main group. Nah, you're in the middle in my in my house.
I'm the oldest of like my college friend group. Like there are children. They are children. I'm so concerned about them all of the time. I'm the oldest one of them. And then,
To be
there's
fair,
this.
though,
I'm the child.
because of my energy and just how I am normally, it doesn't matter actually where I fit in the age timeline. I just walk in and I'm the mom of everyone, which is why I'm an ancient immortal deity.
Yeah, I do
Because
that when
I'm
people
just
are
automatically
slightly
the
closer
oldest.
to my age, you know.
I'm training others to be ancient immortals.
I feel like I'm pretty consistently on the young side of any group I'm ever in. Not necessarily the youngest, but like definitely one of the
I've almost
babies.
never been the youngest.
I'm
Yeah.
the baby of almost every friend group I'm in, and that's how it's always been. I was so back when I was CB's age and younger, and I first entered the interwebs, I was easily the baby of every group, but I never told anyone my age because you just did not do that in the 90s. You did not disclose your age, sex, or location. And because my name was Sam, okay, well, if I used my name Sam, people would assume I was a boy. If I used my usernames, which was like Shinobi Kitten, Shinobi of Courage, Kitten of Courage, they're like, this bitch a girl. But anyway, so like, but we'd talk and everything, and then people would bring up their ages, and I'd just be like, yeah, I'm in high school. And they're like, excuse you, you're not 30? And I'm like, I don't know how to take this.
Well, I'm 30 now. Woo!
I'm 110. That was my answer. Same. And I walk in and people are like, BC is mom. She'll take care of us. I make people refer to me as I just go with mom because I've been called mom since I was a teenager, so it works for me. I'm the old person in all of my friend groups. It's fine though, Jess. You're the old person watching Vampire Diaries and crying over Sailor Moon.
And Julian the Phantoms.
I wonder if there's any correlation to like where you fall in your siblings with where you fall in your friend groups. Because I'm also the
I
youngest
read
sibling.
a book about that.
Okay.
It was a
Do
birth
tell.
order book. I don't remember. I really liked the book. It a lot of it made sense. I don't remember anything about it.
Fair
not
enough.
having read that book, I do think that might have something to do with it, since like if you're the oldest and a lot of responsibility is placed on you, you just kind of grow up and you're just naturally like older acting.
Right.
So you gravitate towards
Being
other
a
oldest
caretaker.
or like other older people. And a lot of my friends, it was really weird because a lot of my friends were the babies of their families. So like they were older than me, but they were the baby sibling and we got along great. And so like I do think there might be a correlation there, and it might be fascinating because I don't necessarily get along with other oldest.
Yeah.
I'm the middle child, but I'm the oldest girl and only girl. I have no idea what that means. But the book said something. They had like exactly what I was. I read it in 5th grade, so that's my excuse for not remembering it.
That makes sense. I thought you read it like last week.
No,
I had a-
well,
I had-
honestly, even then I would have been like, that's
surprised.
fair.
Let me tell you, I had a moment where you're like, I read it in 5th grade, and I'm like, oh, so 20 years ago. Wait.
No. I mean, how old are 5th graders?
11?
8 years ago? 7 years ago?
On average, they're 10. I was 9, but
7
on
years
average,
ago?
they're 10.
8, 9? I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, damn, that would have been like 20 years for me. Aha! But yes. That's like when we had a conversation in CC, and CB's like back in middle school, and everyone else is like talking about, this. And I'm like, CB, that was less than 5 years for you. And she's like, Sam. And I'm like, it was. Everyone else was talking like over a decade ago.
Way back in 2016.
Yeah, I was in 8th grade.
Pretty much, yes.
I remember the old times.
I was almost going to my high school reunion back in middle school.
Yeah.
My friends and all my mental health stuff, so we take care of each other and not ourselves. I mean, that's fair. That's a thing. See, I almost said CB. Sophie is a youngest sibling. BC is a youngest sibling, kind of in the middle. Still referred to as the mom. 24 and the baby. Cool, you're my mom now, BC. Yes, bringing families together. Well, my siblings are so much older than me that most books that talk about aged order I should consider myself. Yeah, I
Mhm.
had one of my friends, his brother was 14 years older than him, so it's basically like you have a third parent. Like even at 5 years older than my siblings, I was in this weird middle ground of like third parent and older sister. So like I was given the authority of a third parent a lot, but because my sisters perceived me as like in their age group sometimes, they were like, "Bitch, you ain't an adult."
That's
And
how
I'm
I
like,
was with my siblings. They were 6 and 4, but I was always just like, "Don't you dare tell me what to do! Don't you dare!"
my sisters are also both Aries, so like half the time they're like, "Yeah, sure, we'll listen to you, no problem," and the other half the time they're like, "What did you say to me?" The same. My siblings are a decade, so yeah, that definitely also comes into it. I'm still the mom friend in a few of the groups I'm youngest in. I love when there's like a bunch of mom friends that get together in the same group, and then you just see who's the most aggressive mom.
Who
I'm
is
just like,
the
ah, yes,
mommest?
this is the mom.
Who has
All right.
is the supreme mom, the ultimate mom. Mom.
I have to
Ah!
say, you sent that message in DM, and I did not know who the fuck was talking to me. I was like, who is this? How did they get in the private chat? Do I have to ban them? Oh, that's CB. I renamed her. Yes, we should wrap up. My children have class tomorrow.
I do have class tomorrow. Sorry. Yes, I do have class tomorrow. Thanks, Mom.
You're one of my children. Look, it's just universally accepted in our circle now that you are my child. It's just like because this is the last tangent, I promise. But it's like you're so much like I was as a teenager. Fox and I just call you Teen Sam sometimes. And then like for the Writeathon, when Fox was making the thumbnail, he put me, Chris, and CB on his side because he was like mom, dad, child. And I was like, yes, perfect. So yep, that's how it be. All right, so do your outros because I know you were hoping that I'd forget again, Matt.
Nah. I love outros and intros. They're the whole reason I do these.
Just that, not the company, not because it's fun.
I'm just waiting for the outro.
Oh,
All right. I am King Captain Smooth, the unkillable fill-in warrior.
The way you said that hurt my soul.
Sorry, I had to read it slowly. I am working on my debut fantasy novel, as well as a short story about a pirate. I'm also a barista, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, linked below.
Oh, excuse me. I have a peanut butter flavored burp, and I haven't had any peanut butter now, so I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like your
Was it
mind
crunchy or
conjured it. Was it crunchy or smooth?
They taste the same. They just have different textures.
Okay. I'm writing teen CB Ferrenz, and not here on my channel. I talk about writing things, teen things, and writing teen things. That's all I can do. Yep. I do little skits, live streams like this Thursday. Sam and I will be doing a live stream on my channel. Oh, adorable. And yeah, that's basically it.
I'll add that live stream in the link down below in a second. I think I felt in my soul you struggling not to read the Queen Assassin.
Queen Assassin Murder of Grand Death.
I will not admit to anything.
That's fair.
For legal reasons, that is not her outro.
Allegedly,
that's how you know.
Murder of Grand Death.
That's how you know she's a good assassin. It's because the only reason we know about her is because I have a big mouth. So I am ancient immortal deity of chaos and order. Also, writing mom Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. Also, chaos and order and how to balance that. I have a newsletter where you can keep up with all things Sam, including what drafts, manuscripts, short stories, anything I'm working on, just down there below. I also have a Ko-fi, which is linked down below if you want to support the channel and
give Sam money.
I am 3 subscribers away from 500 subscribers.
Guys, come on.
Do
Pimp out
it.
my link.
Just
Subscribe
do it.
if you had a good time. I host these live streams on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we generally have a good time. It's all in good fun. Next week will be a let's talk about parenting and writing. You know, the thing of the channel. And yes.
Give
Much
Sam
love.
money and subscribe and like the video and
Thumbs up.
buy smooth peanut butter.
Don't do that.
See ya.
Bye.